welcome to another episode of the Farr Show, where I am Damien Farr, and tonight we're talking about The Last of Us. And I know what you're thinking, Damien, there's only one episode. Well, I wanted to talk about this episode mainly because there's not much to talk about. January's a slow month for movies, and I didn't want to see anything in January. So, we are talking about The Last of Us movie, the show, where I want to point out, I bought the watch, a watch that looks pretty similar to Joel's, just because I'm that kind of guy. I bought the Uncharted watch that they used in the Uncharted movie, so I thought it felt fitting. One watch a year, as long as they keep making this random shit, I can keep buying this random watches. But, let's start talking about it here, where some of the basic info, it's created by Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann. It's based on The Last of Us by Naughty Dog, written by Craig Mazin and Neil Druckmann. Neil Druckmann obviously made Last of Us, so it makes sense that they would bring him on. Then, Craig Mazin, from what I heard, he did the Chernobyl show, which I did not watch. I heard it was amazing, though. And needless to say, I was excited for this. I played The Last of Us here. I'm excited, honestly, to keep playing it, so we'll see what happens. I want to play this game again. Do I think 2 is good? I know what you're thinking. Damien, what do you think about 2? There's something going on with my coat here. I don't know what this is. Oh, part of it's peeling. Oh, Last of Us 2 is hit or miss. Last of Us 1, I'll admit, great game. Bit overrated. The gameplay is just kind of slowed down Uncharted, in my opinion. So, personally, I like Uncharted has a good story and good gameplay. Last of Us has a good story and then really slowed down Uncharted gameplay, which was meant to be fast-paced in my opinion. So, just personal preference. Let's talk about the cast, though. This is where it makes or breaks the show. And Pedro Pascal as Joel is like a perfect casting. Honestly, I couldn't have done it better myself. Well, they could have cast me, but I'm a bit young. But Joel works perfectly. Bella Ramsey, on the other hand, I'm kind of hit or miss on. I think she's alright. I don't know too much about her. I don't think she looks a lot like Ellie, honestly. Now, Pedro Pascal looks pretty close to Joel, but I don't think she looks like Ellie. And I understand the fact that child actors that look like someone specific is going to be harder to get. But I think you could have picked a different actress. No offense to her. Obviously, this is just the first episode. We'll see how it goes. Maybe my mind will change because I'm not going to review every episode. I'm only going to talk about this one, and then we're going to go to the last episode here, which I think they said there's going to be 9 of them, so after the 9 episodes, we'll do this again, where I'll reference the cast as well. Gabriel Luna as Tommy. I think he did alright, too. Tommy wasn't really in too much of this. I mean, he was in the first episode a good amount. It's the whole reason Joel was going. So, and then we got Anna Torv as Tess. I think casting-wise, they were all pretty good, though. I think the weakest is Bella Ramsey, and that's just not me trying to say that because she's a child actor or anything like that. I just think she was the weakest cast. She doesn't look like her character. She, personality-wise, is similar to Ellie, but it's still kind of just one of those situations where, at least with Pedro Pascal, he's got facial hair. He looks kind of like Joel. Obviously, his beard's a little patchy. This coming from me, the man with this sweet beard, except here. So, I get it. I get it. Joel isn't going to look perfect, and Ellie isn't going to look perfect. But you could have kind of did better on casting a little bit here, I think, for Ellie. Then we got the plot here of the show, which you see a bit more of Joel with his daughter, which I really liked. They established what Joel was doing before. In The Last of Us, it's just his daughter wakes up and you play the daughter and he comes in and pretty much, it's all worries type of a thing, which, okay, cool. This one, they give some backstory and make you actually care for the daughter. Don't get me wrong, the daughter died in the game and I stopped playing. And then I didn't play until my buddies and I played it on PS4. So, don't get me wrong, I think it was more impactful here. I think this show is better done and better paced than the Last of Us game, even. You get to see Joel meet Ellie, which is a weird meeting because they don't like each other at first, which is kind of evident in the game as well. They start getting used to each other, which is understandable. But I think Ellie, seeing, for lack of a better term, let's spoil some of the show. We're not going to talk too much more after this, but spoiling part of the show. Ellie's bite mark is like a instant thing. Like, they show it too quickly, in my opinion. I would have thought, episode 1 would be them getting to know each other type of thing, or meeting each other, and you get the Joel backstory. And I think you should have got more Ellie backstory. I think you should have did Left Behind and increased the length of part 1. Well, part 1 when Joel's daughter's alive. I want to see, their backstories completely, personally. So I think that would have been a cooler way to go, is make the backstories, the first episode. Which you got a lot of Joel, you didn't get much Ellie. So I think you should have done more Ellie. Maybe made the first 2 episodes and then them meeting up in the 3rd episode. Maybe. I think they shouldn't have showed Ellie's bite, though, until 3rd, 4th episode at least. I think they kind of rushed it, I'll be honest there. So, have you seen The Last of Us show? Have you seen episode 1, really? What do you think? Tell me in the comments below. I think it's great. I think it's an FAR. I don't want to give it an FARR, but there's some things that I don't like the bite showing up really quick, and then Bella Ramsey, for the little bit that I've seen of her, doesn't look too much like Ellie, in my opinion, so I know you're not going to get perfect once again, but could have got closer. Hopefully she proves me wrong with her acting chops, though. So, once again, did you see The Last of Us episode 1? Are you going to be watching the show? Tell me in the comments below. Don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon, and have a far off night.